One of the most common questions I get when dealing with business owners and cold emails is, aren't cold emails bad? Do people actually open cold emails? And can I actually reach them in their inbox directly? And these are all valid questions because for most people, when they think about cold emails, they think about getting spam that they don't want in their inbox that they hit delete or report as spam as quickly as possible, or as soon as quickly as possible. And the thing is that with most cold emails, that is what actually happens. However, cold emails can also be personalized emails, which might seem like a contradiction if you're not aware of this possibility. With the introduction of AI tools that you can either buy off the shelf or have someone custom built for you, there's a lot of possibility when it comes to sending cold emails that are personalized and doing it at scale. This is exactly what I will cover in this video. So I will go through how to master personalized cold emails at scale, because if you can master cold emails, you unlock a new level in your lead generation, in your marketing. When you can send the right emails to the right person that's personalized and you do it at scale, the possibilities are basically endless. So here's that cold emails remains crucial in modern business. However, personalized high volumes of emails poses challenges, and that is exactly what most people tend to find. And in this video, in this presentation, I'm going to explore how you can create effective personalized messages at scale. So let's get right into it. So by definition, cold emails are unsolicited messages. They are sent to potential customers that are interested in something specific that you offer. So that's the first thing. They need to be relevant to the person that you're sending them to. If I have a fitness offer, I'm not going to send it to gym, or I'm not going to send it to business owners and CEOs because it doesn't align with what they want. They might want it in their normal personal life, but if I'm getting a list of CEO emails, I'm not going to send them something that doesn't directly apply to their business. So I'm reaching out to CEOs and people in high like C-suite positions. I want to send them offers that make sense to them, that would increase their bottom line, that would help them reach more customers. The purpose is to generate leads, promote products, establish connections. So any of those might work or will work with cold emails if done properly. And that's what I said right here. They require careful crafting to be effective. And the important thing is that personalization matters. You can't send the same exact email to the same list of people and expect to get good results. People can sniff out when you've sent the same emails to the same people and it's just a copy-paste or sending it in bulk through email software. And even more importantly, when you send personalized emails, it shows that you've done your research. And the good thing is that it doesn't have to be a process where you either spend hours going over each and everything that someone has posted in the last few weeks or paying someone to do it. There are solutions that allow you to get the same results at a fraction of the cost and in a short amount of time. So before I get into the demo, where I show you exactly what this looks like in practical terms, this is the scale problem. So there's volume challenges because personalizing hundreds of or thousands of emails manually is time consuming and impractical. So automation becomes necessary. And for this specific use case, I'm going to be using a tool called Make.com, which is a no-code automation platform, which I absolutely love because it's great to combine data to and from different sources. So in this case, we're going to take an email list, we're going to run it through ChatGPT, and we will save the result of ChatGPT back into the Google Sheet. So the start is a row or a record in Google Sheets. We're doing something with the data, we're adding to it, and then we're saving the additional output in the same Google Sheet. The second scale problem is quality consistently. So maintaining personalization quality across large volumes is difficult. If you have to do it manually and you have to go through every person's LinkedIn and website and business, it takes a lot of time. You will very quickly get tired and the quality will decrease. And there's also data management. So collecting and organizing recipient data for personalization can be overwhelming. You need to have the right systems. When I do this at scale for my business and for clients, I don't even use Google Sheets. I use a tool like Airtable, which makes it easier to add records at scale and do multiple operations to these records. So organizing your data in a way that you find it and can actually use it quickly and easily whenever you need to is super crucial. So the first step is finding the right people. Before I mentioned potentially dealing with CEOs, dealing with founders, you could be dealing with marketing managers, the right people for your offer. So that obviously depends on whatever it is that you are selling. 3 quick ways that you could segment your audience could be demographic, so age, gender, location, specific life stages, or even regional preferences. You could have behavioral segmentation strategies, so someone that has purchased something from you in the past, someone that has interacted with your website, someone that has taken a specific action and you can actually track it. And you also have a third segmentation strategy, which is firmographic. So company size, industry job role, company keywords. These are think about the LinkedIn kind of search parameters. People that fall within a specific industry, within a specific niche, job titles. So anything that belongs kind of in a business role. And this is kind of my favorite way to deal with B2B cold email outreach. Because when you know exactly company sizes, industry job roles, you can create emails and personalization that matters. So let's get into a quick demo. And if you wanted to take this further, you could create a base email, which then you import into the cold email software that you use. Then you integrate this with your CRM, so you always keep track of prospects. And finally, you ensure that whatever it is you're sending is actually being sent as you want it to be sent. There's no strange formatting, there's no broken links, broken images. It all makes sense when it actually lands in the prospect's inbox. But before we get into that, here's a quick demo of how this could potentially work. So here I have a list of prospect information, and I blocked off the full name, last name, so it's just a bunch of data. So this is a typical list of emails that you could get from a tool that scrapes a platform like LinkedIn. What you will notice is that you get a lot of information about potential prospects. So there's a LinkedIn profile URL, sales navigator URL, the full name, first name, last name, company name, LinkedIn company URL, sales navigator, job title, their job date range, so on and so forth. LinkedIn job location, industry, location, description, LinkedIn skills. So if we look at specific fields, they're in a way more important than others. We have the LinkedIn description. This person said, through my extensive background in marketing and communications, spanning more than 3 decades, I am deeply committed to bridging the gap between communities and brands. So this is all stuff that we can use when it comes to personalization. We can create first lines or icebreakers, whatever you want to call them, that are really specific to that person. And when you do this at scale and then you send emails at scale, that is when you get the results that you want. There's also the LinkedIn skills labels. So this person is great at startup leadership, fundraising, mastermind groups, conferences, etc. The second person is great at molecular biology, medical education, account management, biochemistry, and so on and so forth. There's the previous company the person worked at. There's the LinkedIn previous company URL, so you could even reference the job and the company that the person worked at before, and a bunch of other stuff. So previous jobs, etc., etc. What you will notice is that, first of all, there's a bunch of stuff that isn't necessarily useful. You have the degree of connection or the connection degree from your profile to theirs. But what I want to do is have a row here that I will call personalization. And what that will do is once we get to make.com, which looks something like this. So here we have the whole scenario. So whenever I add a new row in Google Sheets, so I'm going to show you that in a second, I have an OpenAI prompt, so a ChatGPT prompt essentially, that says something along these lines. Now, this is not the best prompt in this case. I just created this for this video. And here I'm saying, you are a cold email personalization expert. You take information about a person and create a super personalized icebreaker first line. Instructions do not include the prospect's first name, because I will have that at the beginning saying hi, first name. And I want to end the output with thought I'd reach out, and you will see why in a second. And here I said only output the icebreaker, nothing else. Then I have a user message, which is basically getting the information from the Google Sheet in this first module here. So I'm passing the company name, the job title, the company industry, the LinkedIn headline, the LinkedIn description, and the skills mentioned. And finally, I say, remember, the output needs to be humanized and very specific to the prospect. No more than 10 words. Let's make it 15. So there's a bit more to play with. Tie it into my business, which helps other businesses send cold email campaigns. It also needs to follow after the hey name first line. And once that generates, I will update that same row. So it will add the information to the same row in the personalization column, as you will see in a second. So what does that actually look like in reality? What I've done is I've copied this first row, so the headings, I've put them in a new sheet, and I called it make.com example. What I will do is I will take a random person from here, and I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it in there, and obviously in a practical normal situation, you would run it on a bunch of records like these right here. In this case, I'm just doing it on a case by case, one by one, to show you exactly what is happening. If I paste it here, as you can see, the headings at the top in row 1 are the same as these ones right here, but, so these are all the same right here, but I just added the personalization column in column AV right here. So this is empty apart from the personalization. And if I go back to my make.com scenario and I run this once, this should try again. Okay, let's re-add this. Go back to make, hit run once. Okay, so let's see why that's not working. So let's copy one of those, go to make, paste that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm randomly going to take a record at random, paste it in here, and in a normal runtime situation for this, you would have this run every so often, every 15 minutes, every day. So whenever you add new records, you would have the personalization generate every so often. In this case, I'm just going to choose all because I'm just adding one record at a time. So I'm going to hit run once. That should find the new record. It then passed it on to ChatGPT, which then created a personalized first line. So if I go back to the make.com example, in the last column, I should now have a personalized first line, which says, your artistic background must bring a unique perspective to operations in the telecom space. Thought I'd reach out. So it's not a perfect prompt, but let's see where this got the information about the telecom space. If we go back to make, the messages that were passed on to the AI were as follows. So skills mentioned, we have teaching, art education, visual arts, oil painting, acrylic, and so on and so forth. So a very artistic person. Now, what I will do is I want to make it more related to what I do. So I'm going to take this from here, and then the instructions here, I'm going to add that here, tie it into my business, tie this output to my business. I help other businesses send cold email campaigns. Therefore, the icebreaker needs to provide a reason why I'm contacting the person and how it might help them. It also needs to flow after the hey first name line. Okay, let's try that again. Again, this would be something that you iterate over, that you make better, and you ensure that the prompt actually gives you the results that you want. So if I go back to this one and copy another record and paste that in there, go back to make, hit run, done. If I go back to the end of this one, now I have another personalized line. So with your impressive leadership in driving marketing strategies, I'd love to discuss optimizing your cold email campaigns. Thought I'd reach out. So with that thought I'd reach out, then it flows nicely into what I'm offering. So this is quite a step in the right direction because it's combining something with the person's past, which is leadership in driving marketing strategies, and it's also giving a reason why I'm sending an email to the person. So it's a good bridge between the hello name and what it is that I actually offer. And as you can see, this can be done for any number of people. So even if I copy 3 people and I paste them in there, and I go back here, I can say I want a limit of 3 people and zoom out a bit. Okay, that's really zoomed in. Let's see if I manage to. Okay, try this again. Okay, for some reason, this is all zoomed in and not able to zoom out. Let's see if I do that. Okay, so hit 3, save, run, and now this should run 3 times. So it got the records, the 3 new records, it passed them on to ChatGPT, and it created 3, or it updated 3 new records based on that. So if I go back to these 3 people, now I have 3 different personalized first line. So noticing companies focus on online marketing can help enhance your cold email strategy. Noticing your expertise in brand integration, with your passion for creative problem solving, you likely see the value in targeted emails. So again, is it the best personalized first line? No. Is it something that I created in a few minutes? Yes. So what you do then is you work with someone, or you take on the task of improving that prompt, of getting personalized first lines that are better suited to what it is that you do. But I just wanted to show you that there is the ability nowadays, there's technology to be able to actually send personalized cold emails at scale. And that is exactly what I do. So I work with businesses that want to send these types of emails, and I craft these emails to be specific to their business. So essentially, that is the end of this presentation. So what I want to say to conclude this is that whenever you're sending cold emails, you need to ensure that they are personalized if you want to get good reply rates, good open rates, good click-through rates. Because if not, you're just wasting time, and you are basically put in the same bucket as every other cold email person that is sending unwanted mails out there. What you want to do is make it seem, because in a way you are, that you've taken the time to go through the people's profiles, websites, and business profiles, and done your research before sending an email. Because like that, you can send an email that is specific and of value to that business. And that is essentially what a great cold email personalized campaign is all about. So if you found this video useful, hit the like and subscribe button. If you want to implement this in your business, feel free to reach out. And in the meantime, I'll speak to you in the next video. Thanks.